Why didn't I listen to my mother? I could have become a nurse. I could be saving lives right now. But instead, I choose to... Hey! I didn't see you there. I'm,
The Select Button Gamer.
The Select Button Gamer, reporting to you live from the man cave. Oh yeah. Now, the other day I was doing some e-shopping, and you know what? I scored some back. Cha-ching! Uh-oh, Sonic. Now, Sega doesn't really make games like these anymore. You wanna know why? Bootlegs. Now, I'll give you a couple of seconds to figure out which one's the real one and which one's fake. Got your answers clocked in? Let me see them in the comments, as well as smashing that like button if you got the answer right. Your correct answer is... this one. See, these might look very similar, but if you look at the fine print, you'll figure out that these games are nothing alike. I mean, except for the fact that they're the same game. Now, looking at this one's title screen, it looks crisp and clear. It came right out of 1998 and it's got 2. This one just wishes that it had the same thing. This looks like it came out in 1991, stuck in the Genesis days with that pixelation. Now, that might be all well and good, and, you know, people might not be able to tell the difference, but let's move on to that side spine and see that things start to unravel quickly. See, this one is the official one, remember this. Might be hard to tell. But this one says Sega Dreamcast in the fine print. These guys were too scared. Oh, boo-hoo. Now, moving on to the back, you'll find that... You'll find that this has clear, concise text and 4 little blocks here. Now that's very important because as you see, in the bootleg, they didn't even try. I mean, what's this? 3N? I can't read that. How am I supposed to know that you can play as 6 characters if they don't tell you? Jeez. It's like they're not even trying. But things really start to fall apart once you open it up. As you can see, Sonic's got his too. He's on the back, and there's back-to-back action. Sonic Adventure 2, The Trail. Now, as you can see, these bootleggers aren't quite as advanced. As you can see, they put Sega one too many times here. Let's count it. 1, 2, 3. Exactly. 1, 2. What? All stars? More like not. And as you can see right here, instead of the Sonic Adventure Trail 2, they just got Shadow on the box. Come on! He wasn't introduced until Sonic Adventure Battle 2. Cheese. But you know what the most egregious thing is? The laziest thing, the easiest way to tell, is that they left their calling card right there. Lazy. It's like you want people to know that this is a bootleg or something. Jeez. Sega, fire these guys. Because there's only one adventure. But you know what? This is just a skit. This isn't actually Sonic Adventure. This is just an actor we hired. And this is his brother. No, I'm just kidding. So this is not, in fact, a bootleg, but it is a reproduction by the fantastic people at CoastlineGames.etsy.com. Now, they're highly reviewed, and I can see why. Besides the packaging, but, you know, if you have the original game, it's really nothing. And honestly, a reproduction, unless it's of a game that you absolutely cannot get anymore, or is very expensive, should not be something that replaces your original copy. If your original copy is broken, like mine pauses during certain cutscenes and becomes pretty much soft locked, meaning that I can't progress anymore in the game. But with this reproduction copy, I'm able to boot it up on the Dreamcast, get past that cutscene, save, and then go back to the original copy. And that's why I enjoy reproductions so much. Sure, they shouldn't be a way to completely replace games, but if it's all that you can get and you plan on buying the original in the future, or if it's the only way that you can experience these older games, especially if it's something like Abandonware where you can't get it anymore, like Sonic Adventure, you can get the kind of bad port on the Xbox Live Store, PlayStation Network. You can buy the GameCube re-release Sonic Adventure Director's Cut on the GameCube, PC, Steam. But if you want the original game, but you don't have, if you don't have a lot of money, this is a nice alternative. Now, there are some problems with reproductions. After all, this isn't the original game disc, as you can see. As you can see, the game right here is kind of well, let's just say that the original game looks a lot cleaner, to say the least. But this will play in your Sega Dreamcast, and if you really just want to play the game, but you can't afford $70, $80, $120 for an original Dreamcast print, reproductions, especially on sites like Etsy and whatnot, are good alternatives. And I just wanted to make this video to say that thank you so much, Coastline Games, for making such an excellent reproduction. It loads a bit slower than the original, but that's because they had to custom make this disc, and so some of the files are kind of switched around, and it takes the Dreamcast longer to process because, unlike a game that was specifically made for the Dreamcast system, this is just a CDR that they rewrote to have Sonic Adventure. And while it does work, once again, it is not recommended. It is recommended for you to buy original prints of games, but if you absolutely have to, reproduction games are totally okay. Unless you're a purist or a collector, or just going to sell this as an original print, do not do that. That's just dishonest and honestly makes you look like a scumbag. Anyway, once again, thank you, Coastline Games. I'm enjoying the copy of Sonic Adventure that you got me. But of course, always try to stick to the originals if you can. This has been Nathan Corneliuson, otherwise known as FuyokotheLeader.
And Skyra's the Dragon as the amazing cameraman.
Cameraman.
You're welcome.
Peace.